Erik Satie was born on May 17, 1866, in Honfleur, France. His father, Alfred, a shipping broker. His mother, Jane, of Scottish descent. He was the eldest of 3 siblings. At age 6, his mother died and he was taken in by his paternal parents. At age 8, he began taking music lessons with the organist at the Church of St. Leonard. Soon, Alfred remarried to a piano teacher and started music publishing company. With his stepmother's help, he enrolled in Paris Conservatory at age 13. But he didn't like school. At age 18, he composed his first piano piece. 2 years later, he first published 3 melodies from his father's company. Same year, he volunteered for military service, but soon he deliberately contracted illness and invalided out of the army. Then he left the conservatory. In 1887, he became a resident pianist of the Chat Noir and left his family home. In those days, he was inspired by a Greek word, Gymnopédie, describing young men danced naked, and soon completed 3 Gymnopédies for piano. At age 25, Satie had befriended Claude Debussy. 2 years later, he fell in love with the painter Suzanne Valadon, with her 10-year-old son Maurice. This is his portrait by Valadon. The affair was intense and brief. During this period, he purchased 7 identical chestnut-colored velvet suits with matching hats. His nickname, the Velvet Gentleman. In 1897, the premiere of his Gymnopédies in Debussy's orchestration at a concert was a big success. It was a milestone in Satie's career. Next year, he rented a room in Akukashan, about 5 miles from the city. He started to work as an accompanist, and he wrote this Je te veux for Paulette Darty in 1900. Walking to and from the city each day, and jotted musical ideas under the street lamp. At the time, Satie enjoyed every Friday lunchtime with Debussy. At age 39, he enrolled in Schola Cantorum. He relearned counterpoint for 3 years and graduated with honors. This Passacaille was born in this period, devoting himself largely to music activities for children. In 1909, he was given Cultural Contribution Award. 1911 was breakthrough year. Maurice Ravel showcased Satie's early works played by Ravel himself. Suddenly, he became a focus for young composers. In 1914, he composed Sports and Divertissements, a musical adaptation of the fashion magazine. The text is purposefully placed along with the music. He started to ride on the wave, but the First World War broke out. Soon, he met Jean Cocteau, the young poet. Then they premiered the ballet Parade in 1917. Scenario by Cocteau, costumes and sets by Picasso, and music by Satie. It firmly established Satie's name before the public. After the war, a jazz came into Paris. He was inspired and later said, "Jazz speaks to us of suffering. That's why it's beautiful. Real. At age 54, still challenging, Satie invented what he called furniture music, sounds that were designed to be heard but not listened to, a kind of background music. In 1924, his last major work, the ballet Cancelled and the film interlude Cinema, directed by Rune Claire, Satie created the first film music composed frame by frame. He also appeared on the screen, but soon, suffering from cirrhosis of the liver, he was hospitalized. Only things he could take, a glass of champagne with a painkiller. He died on July 1st, 1925, at age 59. He hated the telephone, but instead he wrote letters with neat calligraphy and illustration. Satie had never allowed anyone to enter his room. He cherished his loneliness. I'm a gloomy person, a dreary, a crying man, like a willow tree. But it's pleasant for me.